The movie commences with the introduction of a man named Sapala. In the era of 1900 is shown, it was normal to travel on sleds in the era, and sled rides were used to ship things from one place to another. For this, special dogs were used, and Sapala was also a sled rider and has a nice breed of dogs. They make their travel and task easy. One day, a puppy was born, and it was a puppy of Siberian Husky. These dogs are used to getting weak, and Sapala thinks it is useless, as he can take this dog on a sled ride with other dogs. He wants to keep this dog to someone else, but his wife doesn't want this. She keeps all the dogs like her kids. She named it Togo and says, "I love it like my kid. They are near my heart, and I don't want to make them separate from me. We should give Togo a chance, and it is very younger now. We should not take out any conclusions soon about it." Sapala doesn't want this, but even then, he agrees with his wife. Togo was growing elder with the passage of the time, and he was naughty. Sapala was annoyed by it. His wife always asks him to take Togo on a sled ride. He says to his wife that it is weak now, and it can survive on a sled ride. Sapala gives Togo to his friend, but his wife knows now will keep it because it is naughty. It's happened the same the next day. His friend brings Togo back. He says, "This dog of yours is naughty, and I can't keep it with me." His wife smiles at this because he was naughty, and whenever Sapala takes after moving at a distance, he knows Togo is energetic and runs speedily than other dogs, so he ties it in front. Togo takes them home soon with his speed. Sapala become happy and shocked to see Togo and tell his wife how speedily Togo ran. He even tells his wife it is a lead dog and was become happy to see Togo. His wife also become happy to see it. Later, Sapala wins many sled races with the help of Togo. They become famous gradually. The time passes like this. Now 12 years have passed. Togo is shown elder, and one day is returned to its city, and discovered disease has been spread in the city named Diphtheria, and is affecting the kids. The kids were losing their life to this disease, and everyone was worried. Mayor calls a meeting, and Sapala goes there and tells them there is an antidote to this disease. It is 600 kilometers far from Nevada, but it is dangerous to go there as a huge storm arriving. Mayor asks Sapala about the weather, and he tells when I was returning the dogs were panicked to see the weather. Togo was also getting panicked. Meanwhile, Sapala sees Togo foot was injured, and he was bleeding as well. After traveling the whole day, Sapala and his dogs reach an outpost. There was a lady doctor at that outpost and tells Sapala that Togo is now 12 years old, and now it has become weak. This long journey isn't good for Togo, but even then, Sapala and his leading dog Togo move forward. The condition of the kids was getting worse in the hospital, and Sapala was moving forward with his dog. He was taking shortcut for reaching his point soon. He sees there's a terrible frozen lake, and the train also moving towards them from other side. Sapala doesn't get scared and asks the dog to move forward on the frozen lake. The boys moving with their step. The dog were moving them forward and somehow cross the lake. After traveling the whole day, they reach a checkpost and take a rest. Sapala's wife goes to the mayor and tells the medication has been sent from Nevada, and Sapala will get them on his way. He is moving forward through shortcut, and his travel will be longer if he not get this medication. Sapala is showing a racing a checkpost after traveling for a whole day. Togo's condition was worse, but even then, he wants to move forward and lead. Now it happened the same. Sapala was moving from his shortcut, and he will not find the man bringing medicine from Nevada, so his travel will become difficult from him. Sapala gets stirred and his eyes were closing, but his dogs were moving forward like electricity, and a man is showing King from Nevada. He processes the medicine and comes to Hull, but Sapala to continue forging ahead with his dog. The man calls him, but Sapala was lost, and the hard wind was also blowing as well. Due to it, Sapala couldn't hear the man's voice, but Togo has heard something, and the man was thinking Sapala didn't hear. Alright, Sapala again starts traveling with his dog. The lake appeared in front of them, which he has crossed with his dog yesterday. Now the lake was moving, but if they will not go by it, their journey will increase one more day. Sapala decides they will move forward on this way and asks his dog Togo to move forward. And now his dog were crossing the lake speedily. Now the water also coming out of lake, and they will be injured if they will be drowned in it. Because of the speed of Togo and other dogs, they somehow reach the shore. The pitch with which they will move forward, the piece move and separate from the shore. Sapala throws Togo to the shore and asks it to pull that ice piece. Togo was injured, but even then, it applies its force. It takes them to the shore. Now they come out of the frozen lake. They were trapped, and Sapala miraculously saved his dog and transports them to a checkpost. The lady doctor was also there, and seeing Togo, her eyes filled with tears, and she says, "Sapala, your dog is dying and his condition is worse." She also makes Sapala upset as he also loves Togo. After spending a night when he started his journey, he ties Togo behind. He was sick and can't travel. Even then, Togo stands at his position. Sapala understands Togo doesn't want to take a rest. He wants to stand in his place. He wants to end his journey. He ties Togo in front and they start their journey. After every hour, the storm becomes trouble. The Sapala can't see anything. He couldn't see the way and goes to Togo's and says, I can't see further. Now you have to show us the way and take us to the next post. Sapala covers his face and Togo takes them forward. Moving in a distance, Togo gets tired and sits there being tired. Sapala goes to it and says, you have to stand up. We have to take the medicine. We will be ended here if we will not move forward to our destination. But Togo wasn't responding him. Sapala was happy that he escaped because of Togo, but he wasn't responding him. Then a man comes to him with a lantern, which means Togo has done its job there. He has conveyed Sapala to the checkpost, and he became happy to see this. Everyone was saved because of Togo. Now they go inside as Togo's condition wasn't well, and there was a man sent by Sapala's wife to take that medicine while reaching the outpost. So he will return soon to the place where kids are sick. They take a rest at night. The man moves in the morning while taking medicine. After a short time, he reaches the city Nome where reporters was waiting for him. As this news has spread in Newark, the man has gone on a long journey for bringing medicine. The reporter was thinking maybe the man has returned with his team. Now the reporter brings that man named the news except for Sapala. Sapala's wife was disappointing and Togo was recovering. Now he reaches Nome with his dog. Many people come there for thanking Sapala and his dog. The kids also come here who are recovered because of Sapala. A girl arrives and asks while seeing Togo is he dying. Sapala moves out of this house and hearing this, his wife moves behind him. He says to his wife, Togo is in condition because of me. He is of 12 years and I shouldn't take it with me. His wife asks, is there anyone except for Togo who can do this? Sapala becomes silent as he knows no one could do this except for Togo. Sapala is again sure going for practice the next morning with his dogs. And seeing this, Togo also wants to go do with other dogs. Togo doesn't want to stay at home. Sapala understands it doesn't want to play sled, but I wanted to spend time with Sapala. After some time, Togo recovers. At Sapala, he is trying to go to the long journey with his wife and Togo. Togo have some kids after 2 years, and many mushers come to buy them. The breed of these puppies was given a new name Sapala Siberian. Later, Togo died in 1929, but Sapala used the trained dogs. Togo was famous dog in his city. This was Togo's story. Here this movie end.